You know, they have already experienced horrible cyclones and tornadoes and all this stuff. Wouldn't you tell people to not live on the low edges? I wonder, we have many students and friends in Australia, and we told them, don't go low on the beaches and build a house there. We told some movie star here in the United States, don't build a house on that beach, because in the future, in the next 20-25 years, this house will be underwater. And he laughed. Well, are you going to sell a house to a person that you know that's going to be underwater? If you do, watch out for your soul. It may come into a terrible condition when you pass this body. Of course, there is no death, no, but it doesn't mean that you need to leave this body in absolute horrific suffering, would you? So in the year 2010 you are going to see lots and lots of storms, magnificent storms, earthquakes, and horrible warlike activities. And as the Seyo chant, I warn every Iranian soul to be aware, because that new world order will go from country to country to country that hasn't capitulated to the new world order, to be dragged into war. Until it is complete, the new world order will come into being, and sometimes it is a horrific thing to say. It's better to roll over like a dog and have your belly scratched than be kicked, punched, and maybe run over. It will take place. What is it that you need to know? What is it that you are needing to hear? Needing to hear is when you understand the shifting. And of course, in Be in the Know book, there are places of safety, of harmony, of whatever. We are telling people to come together and to find good people all over the place where you can go to. And I had a person write me quite a long time ago and said, you are talking about settlements and villages. And I said, yes, I didn't tell you to go to Russia and set up a settlement of a village. No, use the knowledge I gave you tonight, and I will be giving you tonight, to set up and get all your family and good friends together and set up your own settlement to survive the horrific coming times that are coming between now and, of course, by 2025 everything is back to normal. Spring 2024 you will say, oh, this is so lovely, but at what cost if you do not reach out and educate people? Earthquakes galore. Now, I am saying to you, it would be maybe a good idea for you to go to the website www.seyochant.org. And here, my lovely friends, of course, there is this great thing, so long as we have the freedom and you have the freedom, and it is very thin, and it shall get thinner and thinner all the time. And to you beautiful people in Indonesia, and yes, you are right, and I am suggesting that you move from the area where you are to higher ground, and please don't wait too long. The Ring of Fire also has gotten into motion. And how many times do I need to say to the New Age community, wake up. These are the times that you need to seek to be empowered. And as you are empowered, you learn to love and respect each other. Stop this in bickering and fighting and arguing. It is not going to help you in the future. Practice to meditate, practice to awaken, and practice peace, and be there. You don't, if one said to me, I don't have any family. Well, create yourself a lovely family, because you have friends and they become your family, and maybe you have neighbors and they become your family, and so on and so forth. And be kind and good. And for you who are out there and you have one child, why don't you adopt a child from some orphanage? Why don't you go out and do some good? You know, many people are not in that state of wanting to do good. And tell me, I meet them every day. They have and have more, never have enough, and they come and ask, and they cry, and they want more help, and they want this, and they want that. But they do not think, since I am not a rich guru or a rich whatever, as many of you know, of course, I don't have to tell, I live in a small, moldy, cold house, because the heat here most of the time cannot even be turned on because the wiring is so dangerous. So then I say to people that are out there who have complained to me, and then I say, tell me the conditions you live in. Tell me, what are you doing for others? Tell me, how is your heart and soul? Because in 2010, 2011, if you saw warlike activities and food shortages and other major disasters taking place upon the globe, that's only the beginning. So why don't you learn to love now? And why don't you learn to inspire those that are living in dangerous conditions to move out of those areas? And why is it that you are so darn racist and prejudiced? You know, so many people write me, and they're holiness, this, that, and the other. And then I say, very blatantly and very blunt, and many of you have gasped, because when you go on the internet and you see me, you all think, here is this white woman. Well, I am far from being a white woman. I'm an elder of First Nations background, and I have stood for First Nations for many, many years, because the conditions that are still happening in this country are atrocious, are despicable, a government that has no respect and never had for First Nations. And then we look at these people, these wonderful human beings that are living in countries. It doesn't matter whether it is warm or hot. When the water is rising,